doing tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. SGA and Wallace are the backcourt. Two big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. And it's Dort in at the small forward position. And for the Knicks, they've got Josh Hart. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Towns in at the center position. Down the stretch we come in the NBA season, Grant. What are the contenders honed in on?
Well, B.A., the biggest priority is to have everyone healthy. Without a full deck of cards, it's very tough to win a title. And, of course, maintaining positive momentum wouldn't hurt either.
And here's New York now. Pass to Brunson. They swipe it. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Here's Wallace. Holmgren, the pass to Wallace. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And it's Brunson picking him up. The three from Holmgren. And it's rebounded by Karl-Anthony Towns. Fires from the corner. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
From about 19, SGA good.
And that's Shea's favorite spot on the floor. His mid-range game is automatic.
Here's Brunson. Good on the baseline, Jay.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
Well, the key is to take what the defense allows. That is smart basketball.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Currently scoring almost 32 a game. So valuable on offense.
Well, the defense challenged him just enough to force that miss. They really collapsed when he got close to the rim.
Yeah, that one's good.
That's a great way to start. 3 for 3.
Inside, here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Well, Legs, the last few years, big men have been owning the MVP discussion. Now, enter SGA.
Yeah, and B.A., this is the scariest part. SGA has room to grow. The guy is still in his mid-20s and is arguably the best player in the game. Struggling to get it going out there right now. I think he's pressing just a little bit too much. Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Wallace misses. The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Hart goes in, and he makes it on the layup.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Dort outside. Pass to Hartenstein. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. He buries it from 3. SGA's got 5.
SGA stepping out on the floor. That will create some driving lanes going forward.
Oklahoma City has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Here's Hartenstein. Yep, that one goes.
And that's exactly why Hartenstein has a very high career field goal percentage. These are the kinds of shots he's hunting.
And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Well, he's cooking now. That's 3 out of 4 here at the start.
The open shot by SGA. And it's New York with a rebound.
Now, that was a breakdown defensively, but he couldn't take advantage.
Hart passes to Brunson. Shoots over Holmgren. And there's Brunson. That one's good. On the assist from Hart.
Pretty much the second Brunson gets the ball, he's into motion, and that's how it's done.
Stolen by Bridges. It's 2-on-1. Here's Towns. Finished off the break.
And it's in. Like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Brown. Coach thinks that they can push Chet Holmgren out of the comfort zone, and he's okay with making him a jump shooter. He said on the perimeter, he may as well be any shooter. We can guard that. Once he's on the inside, though, the advantage is his. So we have to prevent that as much as we can. Back to you, VA.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, B.A. Guys who are going to make the right play, defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC, piece by piece.
So Oklahoma City ends up going with a new group. With the play. Playoffs around the corner. Let's see how the West is shaping up. You look at the Thunder. This season has been an absolute dream for them. They're currently at #1 as the postseason approaches.
Right now for the Thunder, they've been relentless competitors all season long. They've assured themselves of a lot of home games in the postseason, and we'll see if they can capitalize.
Now here's Joe. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Bridges finds Anunoby. Fires from deep. Bridges misses.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Joe. Wiggins passes to Williams. Joe with the ball. And it's Brunson picking him up. They get it back. They kick out to Williams. Off target with the three. New York leading by 5. Anunoby for 3. The Thunder pull it in. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
We see these teams face off only twice a year. Last year, each won one.
I think it's a really good indicator of which team's off-season moves will have the biggest impact.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, Anunoby doing his work deep in the paint. He's got so many moves to beat you.
Outside Joe. Clock at 6. Here's Williams. No good on the buzzer beater. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. New York out in front, up by 5. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Knicks?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Well, it's hard to get stops in this league with so much talent offensively. I love what they are doing right now.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. Chet Holmgren out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Isaiah Joe. Then there's Jared McCain. And it's Williams in at the 5. Knicks leading by 5. And Legs, you look at Jared McCain, an NBA frame and a sharpshooter.
And floor spacing is so important in this league right now. So if you can knock down shots and just hold your own in other areas, a coaching staff is going to find time for you.
Burst onto the scene. Now he's a household name.
Absolutely.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Sohan comes in for Towns, and it's OG Anunoby in for Shamet. McCain shot is off. And for New York, they're shooting 67% for the game. Just outstanding. Here's Sohan. No good with the triple. Thunder trail by 5. Wiggins passes to Williams. Nails it from 3. Williams has got 7 points in the game.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
Here's Clarkson, and he banks in the layup.
You got to bring more fire than that to stop Clarkson. He's a pro at fending off tight defense.
Joe, the pass to Holmgren. Back to Joe. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Sohan. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
They were allowed to ramp up their offense as the defense they faced was barely present.
Yeah, they didn't play down to the level of their opponent. That's not an easy thing to pull off, but they certainly were focused in this one.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Alvarado, the pass to Clarkson. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Good maneuver to get inside. Clarkson is sneaky.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Big group substitution here for New York. Towns, he's checked in for Robinson. Hart comes in for Sohan. Bridges, he's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Alvarado. Then for Oklahoma City, Isaiah Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for McCain. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Up top, Wiggins. There's the triple. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. And obviously, we know so many kids dream of being a professional athlete. But when did that become a real goal of yours, Legs?
Well, B.A., honestly, about the age of 8, I thought I was headed for the major leagues. That all changed with a 7-inch growth spurt in one school year. Decided to try basketball for the first time, and man, am I glad I did.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Maybe Coach Mark Daigneault talked about the Thunder's system of player development. He said, we try to do things that serve both the team and the individual, and then it's easier for guys to commit to it. And if that happens, then you have an environment that can be pretty powerful. Back to you, Brian.
Turning potential in. To production. Thanks a lot, Allie. And the Thunder making a change here. Wallace is checked in, and he gets that one.
After an okay first quarter of shooting, they've really turned it up offensively. I like where they're headed right now.
Brunson passes to Hart. For three, Bridges knocks it down from distance. Bridges has got himself on the board with a three there.
And year after year, Bridges continues to expand his range.
And the shot's good by Wiggins.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. Trailing by 2. Next up, they'll face the Nuggets in Denver. That kicks off a 5-game road trip for the club.
And there's some nice chemistry on offense. They're just taking what the defense allows.
Here's SGA, and it's Oklahoma City with another.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
Here they are, your Knicks at spot.
Knicks making a change here. Robinson's checked in, and also a switch here for Oklahoma City. Dort, he's checked in for Holmgren. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time. And now a quick peek at the point guards who, over the last month, are not just making plays for others, they're putting up points themselves. Jalen Brunson, 4th.
And this group of guys, they have an innate ability to not only score at will, but to create for others. They're the complete package.
Well, they certainly embody what's expected from a modern point guard. Scoring is a fundamental part of the job now.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising, in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
When every possession matters, your defense has to be better.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has... carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Now here's Dort. Still no points from Veep. SGA knocks down the triple. And the Thunder lead by 4.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
Answering the defense's challenge, Anunoby attacks and draws the foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, hey guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
And what about the collective effort so far from distance? Their shooters have been on point there.
Williams is checked in for Wiggins.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Shots good by Hart.
Terrific placement on the bounce pass, right where it needed to be.
Thunder leading by 3. SGA passes to Williams. Launches it. It's hauled in by Robinson. New York has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Hart from long range. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
Well, he's having a big scoring night, but he's doing it extremely efficiently. This is impressive.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. Oklahoma City shooting their first foul shot of the night. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Well, and this is why he's a perennial MVP. Very few guys mean more to their team than SGA.
Now here's Wallace. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Bulls in Chicago. Lets it go from deep. They get it again. Outside for SGA. Shea with a step. Fires the 3. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Oklahoma City ahead, leading by a point. And Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot from Lee. They're measuring up the shot. Give it up for the participants.
Welcome, everybody, and a good half underway in this one. The Thunder battling it out tonight.
Total team effort. Instead of 5 starters, it's like they've got 7 or 8 guys getting it done. That's how good the reserves have been tonight, guys.
Lots of interchangeable parts. They can throw different lineups at you. Keeps you guessing. Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
And that game against the Warriors, although they appear to be the better team.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. It's been quite a game for Josh Hart.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
New York trailing. We've got OG Anunoby. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Josh Hart, and it's Towns in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Mike Brown. The Thunder shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Here's Wallace. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. New York has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. And the basket by Bridges.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
And Hartenstein slams it in.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Bridges passes to Anunoby. Off target. him outside. Anunoby's gotten just one of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. And Tim, to have the success that SGA has had, is there something different to his approach?
Well, B.A., I just think he's so shifty, so quick in changing directions, and he can decelerate once he gets into the paint. That change of pace makes it very difficult to stop, and it's the reason he's the perennial league leader in drives to the rim.
Shout out Canada too, eh?
Of the North.
The 3 from Holmgren. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 assists in the game. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Since the All-Star break concluded, here's a view of which teams are leading the league in second chance points. The Thunder 4th.
This team knows how to get it done on the offensive glass. And ever since the break, they've been putting in work and collecting a nice pile of second chance buckets.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. SGA with it, and it's Anunoby picking him up. The 3 from Holmgren. The Knicks with the rebound.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
And the basket by Bridges.
On fire to start the second half. 4-5 from the field.
And Hartenstein slams it in.
Nice to see Hartenstein assert himself offensively.
That'll be a 5-second call. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Josh Hart.
And he's been trending downward in terms of his average points per game. And a number of reasons can lead to this. But he needs to figure out how to get back on track.
Down low. Here's Dort. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a tie ball game. Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point, but it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter, but, you know, then you also want that vertical spacing, too, where you have a lob threat at the rim.
Holmgren outside. Let's go with a 3. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 assists now tonight. And Brunson's got the ball here for the Knicks. Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
All talent there from Bridges.
56-54.
Oklahoma City has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. It's SGA with a drive. Stolen by Anunoby. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Chet Holmgren checks some boxes. He said if you can play defense and shoot the ball, you can pretty much play on any court, anywhere. Those are 2 things that are always needed on the basketball court, and that's where the foundation of my game started. Brian, back to you.
A unique talent. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. New York leading by 4. Here's Bridges, and it's New York scoring again.
Oh, so solid from the mid-range. Bridges understands when to rise up from there.
54.
To the middle. Here's Dort. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Dort's gotten 4 this quarter.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Uh-oh, we've got a big cat in the paint.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
62-56.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. He's covered by Hart. And that one's good. Holmgren.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's Hart. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Thunder trail by 4. Wallace, right side. Fires the 3. The Knicks with the rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Tim, watching Chet Holmgren, he brings a lot to the table.
Well, absolutely, Brian. He's got a wingspan of 7.5 feet, but still has touch from deep. It's really something to marvel at. Chet is redefining what a stretch big can be in the NBA.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
Here they are, fans. Put your hands together for your Knicks City Dancers.
New York ends up going with a whole new group. So Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Williams comes in for Holmgren. Wiggins, he's checked in for Dort. And Joe's subbed in for Wallace. It's Wiggins on the wing. Give him 8 points now. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Clarkson, left side. Jacks up a three. Parries it from three. Clarkson's got 7 points in the game.
The three-point shot of Clarkson runs hot and cold. But boy, when it's on, Jordan's so difficult to stop.
And the basket by Joe.
Yeah, he just needs more shots. He has to get more involved.
And New York has possession. Pass to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Joe on the wing. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Diawara. Knicks leading by 9. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Puts up a deep three. And again, New York with the triple.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Their offense is cooking right now, and that's because the execution has been there.
Pass to Clarkson for three. On target from range. He's got 10. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Knicks out in front, up by 15. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And Oklahoma City looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Isaiah Joe is out there with Jared McCain. Then it's Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Chet Holmgren. And it's Williams in at power forward. Clarkson passes to Robinson. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Knicks lead by 17. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
Here's Towns. Alvarado outside. Pass to Clarkson. New York working the ball around now. And the basket by Shaman.
They keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
Thunder trail by 18. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. The three from Holmgren. The Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. To the inside. Here's Shamet from outside the arc. And the Knicks, another three.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused.
Oklahoma City.
Brunson is checked in for Alvarado. Then for Oklahoma City, Carlson comes in for Williams. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for McCain. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Wiggins outside. Pass to Carlson. Wiggins outside. And he goes in for the dunk.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Wiggins with a steal. Right side Joe. Kicks it out to Holmgren. The 3 ball. Oklahoma City the rebound. Pass to Carlson. And it's Oklahoma City with another.
And Holmgren using that 7-foot length to see the whole floor.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
And in the last 2 possessions, they've painted a picture of what not to do. Just way too loose with the basketball.
Here's what Oklahoma City's going with right now. Isaiah Hartenstein's checked in for Carlson. Lou Dort comes in for Wiggins. And it's Wallace in for Joe. Here's Robinson. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. And the Knicks lead by 19.
He is cooking right now. There is no better feeling. Keep giving him the ball.
Running the show, Gilgeous-Alexander is talented as a passer.
Here's Robinson. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. And that's now 10 points for Mitchell Robinson.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
That is just beautiful ball movement. Unselfish basketball.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And it's Brunson picking him up. Yes, sir! That one goes!
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
And one of our featured players tonight earns our Player of the Game award, Karl Anthony Towns.
It's almost beyond belief what he's done in this game. He's been impossible to cool off, hitting just about everything he looks at. It doesn't matter who's guarding him. He's had an answer for just about everyone.
Oh, man, what an effort tonight. To put together this type of game against the defending champs, that is impressive. This is why so many people hold him in such high regard. When we talk about NBA wings, Legs, what are the most important skills in your mind?
Well, everybody's going to talk about scoring and also being able to defend your position. But for me, to become an elite wing, you also have to be able to create, add that escapability with your handle.
Bridges, counted from distance.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them to them.
Hartenstein just in time with the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Oh, got a piece of it. Dort with a steal. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep. Oh, it misses. Knicks leading by 18. And it's Bridges with the jam.
You gotta enjoy watching Bridges take over. Games like this prove how lethal he can be.
Oklahoma City shooting a very impressive 54% in the fourth. Here's Holmgren. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Knicks.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And their efforts tonight pushed them to 41 wins on the year so far.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Mikal Bridges.
It's hard to think of a part of the game where he didn't play a major role, mentally, physically. I mean, he showed us what he's capable of when he's feeling his best.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Hart. Clarkson comes in for Anunoby. Kolik's checked in for Bridges. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Jalen Brunson. And that one falls for Towns. All right, Grant, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, BA, he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
Pass to Clarkson from the arc. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And a nice finish on the layup.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Yeah, it's too little, too late at this point, but at least they have something to build on going forward.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
What a great performance. They have given the fans their money's worth.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he shows the focus there. Mayo's the tee.
Number 55, Ariel Hukporti.
And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. And they were just dominant out there.
And that about wraps it up. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And let's reveal our player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.